Hello, hello. Hey, Galaxy Inferno, you got first. You did it. How did volunteering go? I don't recall if I talked to you after it yesterday. And if I did, then I am very insensitive for not remembering. We're going to be working on music today. And the game that this is going to go into is this Metroidvania style game. I'm a little bit torn on whether we... Oh, I added a splash screen, by the way. I'm a little bit torn on whether we want different music tracks for each environment. So like here's the dungeon environment. And then if we work our way over to the right, which is going to fight me as I do this, then we're in this like desert area. And then working my way over to the left. And we are in a jungle area. So like I probably don't want to make 3 different tracks for this. But they could just be like 20-second long tracks. Hey, Remy. Hey, David. Almost first. Almost first. So yeah, let's just kind of mess around and see what happens. Oh, that is louder than I want it to be. Give me a sec. Just arranging things. Okay, great. So let's go add in our Surge XT thing. And I have no ideas. I have not like put in any work ahead of time for this. We are just gonna like mess around and figure out what happens. We probably want some kind of pad here. And actually, it'd be nice if these were all arranged in such a way I could just go through every single one of them. Only an organization meeting? Maybe that was confusing. We onboarded new teachers. New development is that the organizers are so impressed by our new GitHub-based homework review system. Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's still cool. It's a vote of confidence, and it's potentially a project. You could always choose whether or not to take it on. But it's probably helped them out a lot. That's pretty great. Are you feeling better now, Remy? Except for a total of... I'm guessing it's like 2.5 hours? Is it because of the sickness that you couldn't sleep? This actually sounds really cool. I should probably have the game pulled up alongside this. Yeah, sounds really cool. Oh, man. Bad night. Hey, Goose. Yeah, this is very cool. Hey, Hyper. Okay, I'm just going to plunk that down for right now because I really, really like how that sounds. Lisa, is that... It sounds like a horror movie. I don't know what that is, though. Invited me to speak at a local summit or meetup to talk about my volunteer experience so far as a success story speaker. Yeah, that's really cool. I bet it feels gratifying to do that. I hope it feels fulfilling for you. Okay, we got to get the piano roll over here. Let's put this over here. There's a lot of windows to arrange when it's music day because the DAW itself has like 5 different windows I got to control. And I have chat. Okay, so we are going to put this down. Some pretty long notes here. I don't know where this is going to go afterward. Dark RPG, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Want that, and then... All right, let's listen. No, it's too soon. Maybe here? Might need to speed this up a little bit. Let's try again. No, this needs to be like here-ish, which means I should probably change something. the tempo so that this aligns to some reasonable uh time signature. So tired of starting a new job soon, scared of spreading myself too thin. Yeah. No, I definitely get that. I felt that way for many, many years of my life. And like, how many projects should I have? How many focal points should I have? And I realized somewhere along the way that it needs to be one or two for me, at least. I just can't do many different projects. I can't spend my energy on those different things. So yeah. Okay, so what I'd like to do is at least align this to the 6 here, which means I guess slowing this down just a tiny bit, maybe to like 125, 124. Okay. Yeah, so let's zoom out a little bit here. I want to put these back over 2, 3 here, maybe. All right. And let's just put a note way over here so it doesn't repeat. Okay, this is great. I am really liking this. I know we've got literally, what, 7 notes down so far, but man, pretty cool already. All right, so music, FL Studio. Let's make a new folder in here and call this backtracking platformer. And we'll call this discovery. Or maybe new world. Yeah. Is it for a scene or just normal level background? Normal level background. Also, yeah, the move I was going to say, you know, I have a saying that probably other people have said, but I like my wording on it, which is allow people to be inconsistent for short periods of time. And yeah, this includes yourself. It's like recognize that, hey, I was just sick. I didn't get sleep. I just moved. I had a big project. There was some, terrible event that happened. And it's like there's some returning to baseline that needs to occur afterward. And just giving yourself the space for that. This is the level this is going to be for. So you're plopped into this dungeon. You are playing as a character who's losing control. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. And this is where I want this music to play. And I mean, we'll play something a little bit more melodic maybe throughout or some other instruments. But yeah, in general, it's going to be... Oh. Yeah, we don't have jump sounds yet. Oops, I probably shouldn't have quit that. Well, too bad, Ramy. Your 2.5 hours of sleep can't explain that. Except distortion to mirror the visual effect. I want to advance the music when that happens, I think. So yeah, right now it's just playing out in a straightforward way. But yeah, eventually it's going to like shift forward or yeah. So yeah, there will be some kind of glitch effect. I'm not sure what it'll be yet. Maybe it's just simple fast forwarding. Probably fast forwarding gives off the best impression because it actually is like a time warp. My default state. You said occasional bad night. That means occasional is a default state. That's impossible. That's impossible, Ramy. Okay, so let's go add in some more sounds here. I've saved, whoops. I don't know what I just did. Delete that. All right, let's get some more sounds here. I'm not sure what I'm looking for exactly yet. Let's actually start at the end just so I randomly end up with different things. No, not that. Oh, if we want to space this out even more, we could just add this on top. Let me go try that. So we would put some notes here. And something like way over here. I guess we could just use the pattern browser thing. Let's just go get that. So put this here. And then put something like way at the end. There. Now I don't need to keep adding other notes. Then we switch to this and go over to here. Okay, so let's try this. I like the sound. I don't like that it's very rhythmic. I think we need to kind of create this idea out of something else. Yeah, we could just on the repeat do this. I like this combination of instruments though, or well, not instruments, but like sounds. Okay, so let's put this over here. So what is this thing called? Winter Breath. All right, let's give it a blue color. Blam, Winter Breath. Done, and then rename it. Winter Breath. And then this one's called Conjurer. Conjurer should be like a dark purple. It's good enough. Rename Conjurer. Good morning, Pickle. All right, so I want to put this alongside here. And I want this to ease in. We might need to use some automation for that, but let's try this out. And then where did I want to go from there? I think, what happens if you play two notes? I think it plays a half step down at the beginning of it. Yeah, that. ABC. Okay, so let's have a listen. I want there to be even more space between these. I wonder if this is more tedious to listen to because of how slow this is already to begin with. But yeah, let me listen to the spacing. I think we can just slow it down a bit. No, it would need to be spread out a little bit more. Did I just mess up? 1, 2, 3. No, I did not. Okay. I was going to say that would have made it easier. It would have made a little bit more sense. Let's put 4 in between. And then change this to... I mean, already, like I said, I know there are very few notes, but we have a minute of music so far. And if we are going for something atmospheric and pretty sparse, this is pretty decent already. And fleshing this out then to 4 or 5 minutes may not be so bad. It's just like this. I don't know where we want to have this build up to. All right, let's listen again. I gotta stop quitting reflexively there. I want to keep the game open. Settings, windowed. There. Hopefully that reminds me not to keep doing that. All right, so let's go add in something else here. Just see if there's any other last little instrument we want to add. I was looking in here. What else do we have? It needs more knobs. Too many sliders, not enough knobs. All right, this is also pretty neat. There are a lot of neat ones in here. What do we have here? It's a very cool sound, man. Yeah, this could work as a bass. And kind of a thumping sound like that. It's called Suffer. it's pretty crazy. All right. I should probably just play this out myself, huh? There. And look at those dynamics. Whew. Whew. Okay, now we probably just align this very slightly backwards so it's actually on a beat. It's probably pretty good. Let's listen for that. Yeah, neat. Neat. All right, let's put this on F. Then we go back to D here. Probably just throw that in over here too. Space this out a little bit more. Okay, how we doing? Oh, what happened? What's going on? Oh, I turned it off. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. There's the other instrument. I still want to mess around with some of the other ones around here because there's some cool stuff. I think we have one more here that I haven't checked out. Yeah, this one. I don't know about this one, although. Man. Yeah, this is a very cool track to be making. I guess I've just never tried making something like this before, and I've always heard these kinds of sounds, and I've thought, what do you use that in? And now I'm finally getting to that point. I wonder if we do make like 3 different tracks. Did I decide on biomes? I did. Yeah, so we could say that what I'm doing right now is just the dungeon music. I think it'd be a little intense to listen to just this for like 10 or 15 minutes that you're in the game. Probably have to make it even more sparse if we do that. Let's see. We have some sounds. Oh, that's loud. Particles are getting positioned wrong. Yeah. I'm not. I don't know. Yeah, I gotta change some of this stuff. Hey, Hamster Hammer. Hey, Mr. Evil Rex. Tense music. Yeah, it's supposed to be a little bit tense. It reminds me of Super Metroid. At least that's kind of what I have in mind for this. Although where in Super Metroid? This the elevator kind of. Is there elevator music or sheet music? I don't remember what this sounds like exactly. Didn't the elevator have its own music? Like do 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 do. Is that the? I don't even know. I don't know what it's from. It's from Super Metroid. I just don't know where exactly. I thought it was like an upgrade room or the elevator or something. And that's what this kind of reminds me of, but that's a little bit more curious and not foreboding. But there was something else I wanted to. Well, let me write some things down. So the Conjurer track probably needs automation to increase the volume so that it doesn't start out with like boops. Something else I wanted to say here. Oh, we probably need multiple tracks. If I should probably just listen again. And yeah, maybe the first note on all of these sections. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. First note on these should probably change a bit. I want to lower them all down. Let's listen. And maybe even a little bit more. Does this work? No, it's not velocity sensitive. Well, it's a good thing I write notes because I don't remember what to do here. Velocity. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I could have sworn I wrote a note about this. Maybe I wrote it in FL Studio. I did not. I know for sure I did this before in a track. And it's one of these things I'm supposed to change. This probably. Yeah, that's it. Wait, this is changing the sound. Oh, this is on Conjurer. That's why. I want to change it on this one. Where is this? Here it is. Yeah, so this should work. Yeah, perfect. Okay. I want to take a picture of this and put this in my notes. I don't know why this wasn't there already. Where'd that go? Surge. Presets, debug builds. Okay, so allowing for velocity to change volume. Did I really not write this down anywhere? Amp? I mean, I guess amp is really hard to search for because it's a part of so many words. But what's the other control that's on here? Vel for velocity? Nah, I don't think I wrote anything about this. Yep, don't know where I put that. Well, whatever. We'll take a picture of this. It's suffer, but anyway, I'll just draw an arrow pointing here. Change amp val toward the middle right. Yeah. All right, that should work. So this is not so overpowering. Let's listen to that. Yes, that is exactly what I want. So good there. Okay, before we continue here now, let's take a listen to this again. This reminds me of Star Tropics. Star Tropics sheet music. Not this track though. Something in one of the dungeons. This is too upbeat. Yeah, I don't even remember what this was. There's kind of a, I don't know what that's called. Some modulation effect in the background that's also going on. I don't think I have a room for this in this track, although I'm not positive. Yeah, I don't think I want to use this one. You know, a little bit of advice. I work on enterprise Microsoft Stack solutions. I'm worried about future job prospects. So I'm trying to learn AI. Issue is what I do in Claude personal projects versus enterprise solutions are very different, even in nature, personal usage, code helper, coder AI, enterprise agents or processes. On top of that, my concern is which AI vendor to align with. So I guess I'm a little bit torn to just kind of brain spew here. I think one, learning AI, like, I think it's more like just using AI, as in I don't think there's too much to learn. Oh, the kind of is it's a different workflow. I guess it's like more review focused than like coding focused. And then as far as if you're doing this to shore up your job prospects, I think it's pretty much like finding a job that you would want and then figuring out how AI would apply to it. So working on it in your personal projects, it does directly correlate to developer jobs. Now, will developers have those jobs or will they be product owners who are acting as developers? I don't know exactly. So I guess what I'd say is maybe try to figure out like, how would you use this on your job? And not even just like from a mechanical perspective of I use it to whatever, I don't know, do like job X or task X, but also from a like a permission perspective of either funding or yeah, getting permission, I guess. Maybe this is like a I don't know, requirement perspective. So yeah, like if your job is saying, hey, yeah, go use AI, then by all means try to find a way to make it work. But if they're like, well, we don't want you using it or we don't want to pay for it, then I'd say figure out how to get to that path. And that way you can see what it's like to actually help you with your current job. And maybe that would help in the future. But all of this is speculative, right? Like it's possible that these jobs just cease to exist, or one person's running all of them in the future, or yeah. So I think your overall sentiment of how do I make sure that I'm going to keep a job or be able to keep a job or find a new one, I think no one really knows the answer to that right now. But yeah, you could always shift toward more development stuff if you wanted to match what you're doing in your personal projects. Okay, that is very loud. Do we even need another pad here? I wonder. I remember having a job. Good times. How long has it been, Hamster Hammer? Stuff to learn if you're on the deployment team of AI workflows, DevOps side. We don't really have an AI project, but they want us to be AI ready, so I'm not sure what they want. They can't even answer. Well, I think maybe you could steer that a little bit. Like do some research on how AI can impact the job and then try to push for like here's what we should use or how we should use it, or ask for, I don't know, $20 a month as a test bed. Hey, I want to just try, see what it can find. Yeah, 3 years. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. And what kind of job are you looking for, Hamster Hammer? And then the other thing you mentioned is which AI vendor to align with. I don't really think you need to stick to one AI vendor. The places where I see that happening the most are in big companies where there's red tape and they make a decision and that's it. You're like locked into that vendor. But if you're working at a small company or you're doing your own thing, you should have some flexibility to just be like, you know, let's ditch this. Let's go to something else. And there are all these different like middlemen software projects that could route to whatever agent you might be using at the time. So that hopefully doesn't cause the same kind of lock-in you'd have with other tech. Okay, what does this sound like? I like this. Might even like it better than the Conjurer one that we have. So let's just store this off for now. I'm just trying to get some different instruments and still figure out the direction of this. So yeah, let's get another one. Where was this? Xenofish. Okay. So I'm going to go back to here. What else do we have? This is very cool. Yeah. Whoa, this is very neat. It's kind of just like a muted string almost. Hey, Nitro. Nice name. Okay, well, where we could use this is in the jungle part of the sidekick zone. So you get to... I got to make it so you can just skip ahead here. And we just play that for like the last 15 seconds or something. So yeah, you get over to here. I don't know what music would play in this deserty area, and it doesn't look like a desert yet. But this is supposed to be the jungly area, and that's where we could play these things. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, that's what we should probably do. So this is fireflies. Where is this? Xenofish pads fireflies. Yeah, I think we just use that instrument and maybe some like more pizzicato strings in the background. I want to write this down. So jungle music. Also, this just reset. I should probably do something about that. Xenofish pads fireflies. Just some chords, block chords mostly. Maybe in like A minor, and add some pizzicato strings. This is the actual term that I think it is, right? Yes. Okay, so we need the desert music as well, and then the dungeon music. You're gonna mostly be in the dungeon, I think. Actually, don't know yet, so maybe we don't do anything too much. Doesn't sound like music to me. Hey, Pressel. Okay, but this is a different track, so I don't want to use this here. I still want to look at some other quick things that we might find. What is this? I don't like those overtones that are there. Yeah, I don't like that. Oh, that's very warm sounding. Oh. Yeah, this is super cool. Hmm. Yeah, this is very fun, Oppressal. I don't know why I've never tried this before. I also feel like this is a little bit easier than the stuff I normally do, although I haven't actually finished a track here yet. This is very neat sounding, though. Do we have a need to use this instrument, though? That's a question. Like, do we need warmth out of this game? You start in a dungeon, go to like a deserty area. If maybe in the snow part, I don't know if we're gonna have a snow part, but this yeah, it's very fitting for maybe that. So Vospy pads moving world. If we need a snow part, Vospy pads moving world. Very warm sounding. What else have we not looked at here? This one? All right, so let's just try throwing this in and seeing how this sounds now, what we have. Oh, a little harsh. Interesting. I don't remember seeing a cartoon version of The Hobbit. I remember reading it. There's no music when I read it. It probably would be fitting for something like that. A stillness in time. Okay, so what if we replace what I currently have in Conjure with that? Or, I don't know, just kind of throw some of this in. Let me listen to what it sounds like originally. Yeah, let's throw this in. Make it a little bit. Does volume even change this? No, not really. Lower that down a bit. Okay, let's listen. No, I think it's a little too much to have at first, unless we like really lower it. It's just the very beginning of that I don't like. Yeah. Do I still blog? No, not really. Define evil. Not much I've wanted to. Well, I don't know. Part of it is like, and I think this has happened with a lot of people. There's sort of been a monetization of hobbies. And it's not that I want to monetize blogging, but I do think of the audience now a lot and even audience size when I'm about to do something. So it's not like I was blogging just for the sake of blogging. It's like I had some kind of purpose. And now I feel like if I wanted to write about something, I probably would. But I'd probably consider, yeah, how do I build this up or something? Because I think a lot of things are competing for my time right now. Okay. So the only way to do what I want to do here is to just try it, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to hear what this sounds like. So this is in Conjurer. We're going to take this. It's going to be super annoying to do. Actually, no, I could just change the channel volume within. Yeah, let's just do this. Okay, so here we have the first Conjurer bit. I want to set this as something quiet that gets louder somewhat quickly. Copy this and paste it over here. And then just slide this maybe like that. Yeah, this is not needed. Oh, you can't delete the first point? I guess it doesn't really matter. All right, let's listen to this. Yeah, I would do this. This doesn't seem to be working. Let's just lower it down to nothing. Yes, okay. This is, it's definitely functional. Yeah, so I would need to do this all over the place. I wonder if there's a better way to just do this pattern that I want. Because this will be really tedious to type in. And also to have it kind of match the same dynamics. Well, maybe I can copy paste curves here. It's like conserving a health pot. Yeah. And I think there are ways I could probably cut down on that. I think a lot of it's turned into like blog posts are now videos for me, and videos just have such a high cost of entry. It's like writing the script, recording it, editing it. Oh, thanks, Nitro. Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed. We should have a Steam page pretty soon. You know, I used to check it by just going to the site and clicking this, but I realized this won't work. I need to put this online once they've approved it. And I hope they approve it today. Yeah. Okay, let's listen to this again, and I'll do one more of these. We could put this in channel volume. It might be a little bit easier, but then I need to find a better way of doing this. Maybe I should just ask AI, like, what's the best way of controlling the dynamics of a track like this? All right, let's try that. Kind of want this to go downward. There's some way in Fruity Loop Studio to move this thing and not have it change horizontally. If you hold shift, I don't. Ah, there it is. Keep its value. Holding control or command will change just the value without the timing. That did not seem to work. Oh, maybe you need to drag it first. Yes. You need to drag it first. Okay. Hey, what did you just say to me? Thank you for the resub. Happy 34 months. Almost at 3 years. All right, so let's put this like this. After starting the drag, not before. Yeah. Yeah, that's very helpful. Okay, so that way I can just do, oh my God, it's so hard to manage. Drag and then hold control. Yeah, because control does something else beforehand, or command does something else beforehand. It's a very strange workflow. All right, let's listen to that. And maybe lower one of these other ones too. You know, if this is all we were doing is making these little vignettes of dungeon and then desert and then forest, then we could pretty much already call this done. Then hammer out a desert one, hammer out a dungeon or a jungle one. And then when you come back as a player, we could play totally different music. That's probably not smart to do because we want to indicate that it's the same game. I'm just worried that right now, the way I'm making this, it's just too intense. Yeah, I think I want to change the chords too. Oh, cuttlefish. Feeling the ambience. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. When I'm playing the game and not focusing so much on the music, I do think it's good. I think it can be better. And I think part of the way I can make this better is by changing this. Hey, Chili, thank you very much. I think it'll be a good day. Yes, I don't want to repeat these. Okay, so let's see. What instrument am I on? What is this? Oh, stillness and time. Yeah, that sounds great. Maybe that's how we change it. We just make this more subtle. This is so cool. This is just so cool. Such a great sound. I didn't write this down for one of the other ones. Did I? No. Yeah, I think we should just do this. I think we stick to stillness in time. Hey, Strawn. Stick to stillness in time to reduce the intensity. Yeah. This is the idea, I think. I don't know if it's going to be cohesive. But before we get to that point, I want to work through these chords. But yeah, this is... Yeah. You can really hold the chords for extra long. Okay, let's go back to a winter breath here. That's this one. And that's what this sound is. Nope, one octave higher. So, very cool. That's fine. Great. Then I think going back to this is okay. I think that's what we should do. A and C. And then change this to a... Why is this not moving up? Oh, because of that. And then... Change where we go to? Oh, wrong instrument. Yeah. I think this kind of chromaticism is good for instilling eeriness. Let me put this to a G sharp. Or maybe an E. Yeah. Oh, I didn't change the conjurer one, did I? We held that for a lot longer. I mean, if we're going to do that, we do need to fade this out slowly. Which I shall do. Hey, Ninja. Happy hacking keyboard. Learning Emacs right notes. Also, my exams are here. Hope you're going well. Yeah. Things are going well here. Good luck on your exams, by the way. Yeah, I have been feeling just kind of pretty good about the game, about development. We are now working on this music. It's going pretty well. It's been fun. Emacs, who said that on YouTube. Ninja of a mild inconvenience. Okay, I like that. I want to add in this again. So we had this here. And I want to put this farther to the side, but not with the same rhythm exactly. Maybe just like that. No, you know, I should just play it on the keyboard. Yeah, let's just hit record. Yeah. Sounds like a heartbeat. Hey, QWERTY. Oh, I see. It's defined. Gotcha. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we go from here into this stillness and time instrument. So we give it a little bit of breathing room. This is apparently already playing somewhere. Where, though? Oh, up above? Really? How does... I think this is very subtle when I'm playing it there, though. Yeah. You shouldn't, Phaedric. It's a waste of your money. Well, hello. Okay, I want this to be low. Yeah, maybe here. All right, so we give sufficient space. And then we just hold this for a long time. All right, I have to listen to the whole thing. So let's go try this again. We are going to have the game open alongside it. What are the other notes? Okay, that's way too long. What in the world? How many measures did I put in between? All right, let's cut out like that much. I don't know what I was thinking. Wait, no, something's just wrong here. This wasn't that far away from this, right? Maybe I just get rid of these. Yeah, let's try that. Oh, we can just look at the wall clock time. It's like 1:12 to, yeah, so it's 10 seconds. Guess it's a little long. And two bass problems. I gotta remember those. Timing and volume. Yeah. Loving this. Okay, let's go back to the other bass things I wanted to fix. One of them is the timing down here. These don't exactly align because I was just playing them. Oh, we won't be able to test it this way. It's got to be with the beginning of the note. I want that lower a little bit. Okay, good. And then somewhere back here, it was too loud. I got to listen to the whole thing again to find out why. First time seeing teleport. Should I have a smoke buff where you teleport to? I got to still polish the teleport thing. I just did that yesterday. And I'm not displeased with that it's an ability. I think it needs to look better and be timed better and also have sound effects. I love wasting money. I spent 75 euros for re-registering my cars after moving. I guess you need to update your address. It is strange it costs 75 euros to do that though. All right, we're going to listen to bass volume here, just this line, because somewhere it sounds too loud, and then we're going to tone it down. Perfect. This one, yeah. I want to double the space between these. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5, 6 maybe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right there. No, it has to be afterward. And then very quiet, I think. Yeah. Okay. Feeling decent about this. Print a whole new registration document. In Germany, we have, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, which is proof that you own a car. The new registration bureau now, because different city. Might have cost 25 euro per car or motorcycle. You have 3 vehicles? Man. There's money bags over there. Oh, look at me with my tons of vehicles. I have a convoy, an entire fleet over here. Yeah, it's an Abrams tank in the backyard. Just ignore that. That was 40 euros to register. Need an artillery license. All right, so I want to mess around with this after the break. There's a car and a motorcycle. You don't need to be clear. I hear you. I hear you. Your favorite emoji is this one. Yeah. Couldn't be clearer. All right, so this is where we gotta pick up where we come back when we come back. And then the desert music, no idea what to do here yet. But we may only need like, oh no, that's not true. Oh, drat. Maybe you should get stuck in the desert then. Yeah. May only need 15 seconds. We could make it so that Sidekick gets stuck there. Since that part is timed. No, that's not even true. You can pause the game and then the music still plays, right? If we go to a game that actually has music in here. Yeah. Drat. Yeah, drat. Oh, I don't want to make a whole track for this. But it shouldn't be very long. People can pause and hear the full track. So it just needs to loop at some point. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Cinestella. Okay, I'm going to take my break. And then when we come back, we'll work on this other music. I think today is going quite nicely. And then eventually we'll work on space shooter music, but that probably won't be today. So is it jump time? It's jump time. Hello, hello. Hey, Juicebox Hero. You made it in time. Close the game. How's it going? How's life? How's being busy beyond all get out? Something I just realized is I should probably kick off a query for Codex to trigger my weekly usage. And I've got this. This is literally just to spend like 1% of my quota. In fact, once it spends that, I could probably just stop this. Identify any other refactor points. Are there classes which are easy to tackle, etc. Okay, let's just do this and then keep an eye on this and make sure it doesn't drain too much. Ben heads down on nonprofit stuff and training for a marathon. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, that's really great. We have been hard at work at this new game. And I mean, this looks like almost nothing right now, but this is one of the games inside of many. We've gotten 5 done so far. I'm currently working on, there are these like code names, so it doesn't sound interesting, but it's basically a Metroidvania game that turns into a space shooter. And I'm very excited for this one. And then we've got some really cool other ideas. I'll give you one that is pretty easy to get across. There's going to be a card game, and it is literally a card game. There is one card, and you play it, and then you win the game. And I am so tickled by this idea. And I don't know if other people are going to find this funny either. But I found, let me show you this. I found the card art that I want to use. Where is it? Joke card game. Yeah, here. So because we don't actually need rules for this game, we could just use this card, say, Dark Elf Mage, have all these little symbols that mean nothing, and then say whatever we want here. Summons a minion that shoots a shadow bolt at the target, and yeah, you'll play this card being like, okay, what are the rules? How does this work? And it'll just say you win. So yes, I will need to do some playtesting. If playtesters laugh at that and they're like, okay, yeah, that was not what I expected, but that was fun, then great. But yeah, we've done a lot of other cool things in here, and there's too much to show off, so I will show off none of it. And instead, wait one sec. Let's see if this actually triggered the 99%. Okay, great. I'm going to just stop this probably because I don't actually care about this running. So now we can delete these things. So what we're working on right now is once you're in this Metroidvania game, so what you see here, we need music, and I have started working on the music as of an hour ago. And here's what we have so far. Okay, that's not bad, this part at the end, but I think we can swap out different notes and kind of like step through some different chords. That's right. Cram every genre into this game. Like the wall slide. I can't take any credit for that. That was the asset pack that I used. I do not do any artwork. And I don't think they even show these in the pictures here. Yeah, but they made wall slide sprite sheets for practically every character. Yeah, they don't show it in these. But yeah, it does look pretty nice. Okay, I like this. Let's see. Let's get this instrument back. This one. Hmm. Is there a way I could hear this better? Yeah, something like this is what I'm thinking. So we gotta change these notes a bit. It was this large, so up to 61? Yeah, okay. So, yep. So this gets moved over to here. Then we go up to E, keep this. Then this drops down to here. Okay, let's listen. I don't like this as much as holding this down because I think the instrument itself has this. Let me see if I can find it. That chirping. It gets very loud after playing it for a little bit. And then it backs off. No, then it gets even louder. Okay, never mind. Let's stop that. Hey, Josepher. Haven't caught you in a long time. Gonna ask a polarizing question. How has AI changed the way you code, or has it? It's drastically changed it. Yeah. So I I worked on Scala for 2 years, and I used like agentic coding maybe 2 to 3 times in total. It was mostly just autocomplete that I was using AI for, and I liked it for that. I thought it was really good. If you're going to be coding, it's like having it fill in the next variable name even for you is already great. You know, you type something like int number of times something happened equals 0, and then later in your code you want to write this plus plus. It's like you shouldn't have to write that out, right? Num, and then almost every editor at some point would have filled it in for you. I don't know why VS Code isn't doing that now, but maybe because it doesn't think it's a proper language. Maybe I said like C++. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, even that alone, that's not even an AI feature. That's just like, hey, find a symbol in your file that you have. So then when you actually start writing like, okay, if now it would fill in number of times something happened and check against some other value you have equals like threshold or greater than threshold, then do something. And I was pretty happy with even just that, but I was still largely coding. And then for Stuck in a Broken Tutorial, there are a couple of properties of this game that I thought would make it a little bit better for AI. One is that I have experience with Godot and game dev already. So it's like I already knew what could go wrong. Two is that it's a bunch of smaller sub games. So it's not like we're building a product of 1 million lines of code for one game. Like League of Legends is probably a very large code base, but it's really all for the same game, right? Like as opposed to WarioWare is probably a ton of lines of code, but like this game is 1,000 and this game is 2,000 lines and this game is whatever 400. So I started using agents more around maybe like 1 month into the project. And now I don't see any reason for me to even really write code. I just, yeah, I think It's easy enough to get it to do what I want. It's faster than how I would do it. It's sometimes better than how I would do it. So that's my at least kind of brief answer. I seem to add a new feature to my Linux desktop that I need every day. It's amazing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've written some tooling that's come in handy. One of them that is just the easiest to show off is this, my stream titler. I type in a title, I type in a description, and I just click create YouTube stream. And now I don't need to like go to YouTube, click the 14 times. It's like a really stupid flow. And even with this tool doing most of the work, there are still some manual bits that they don't have API connection for. YouTube does not want you making money, apparently. So you have to go to YouTube to enable monetization on every single individual stream. So like that's manual still. I mean, I could automate it through the browser or something, but there's no API for it at least. And then yeah, Twitch, I still have to like manually type in the description. So I copy paste it there. So yeah, I think it's really good for tooling, customizing your workflows for things. And yeah, it's like I said, drastically changed how I code things now. So what I'm trying to do is make it so that I'm still not using AI for creative stuff. And even then I'm intrigued by it. I don't want to lose what it means to be a human, you know? Like I know what I want to say. I just don't want to dive too deep into this topic. But essentially, like everyone has their own meaning or purpose in life, and you might ascribe it to some. Yeah, I don't want to get too deep into this. Anyway, at some point, you need to think like, where's my time going day to day? And if it's not going into thinking, like, what am I doing with my brain? That's kind of what's motivating this. Yeah. Yeah. Tooling for creative stuff, or yeah, maybe grunt work that you might have. I think that's fine. I guess what I'm trying to say is like, I'm making this music by hand. I'm not involving AI and saying like, hey, how would you improve this? And then taking ideas from that even. I'm not doing it for my game design. And I'd like to stick to that. But I do have an exception that I want to make, which is I want to make another like jump time-esque game for the stream. So this would not be sold. It would just be a way to kill the time during my breaks, right? 3-4 minutes here and there. And for that, I want to try having AI help with game design just to see how the process is. Like, am I foregoing some massive tool here or some like crazy improvement? But I'd really like to be able to say at the end of making Stuck in a Broken Tutorial that like I came up with these ideas, and any ideas I didn't come up with, it's like someone in chat suggested it. And sure, chat could just be a proxy for AI, right? Like you could be saying, hey, Adam needs an idea for this, and then providing them as though they're your ideas. But like, yeah, there's only so much I can stop in terms of how I'm influenced. Thinking and sleeping, that's how I spend my time. Yeah, but I think some people want to stop the thinking part. And I think that that's an issue. Okay, I liked this instrument back before I heard all this chirping. Now I'm not so sure about it. But when it was just these two notes and they were kind of low, it was fine. And maybe there's some way that I could tone that down. But I don't know enough about how to use this synth to do that. All right, well, let's keep using this. This is Surge XT. Yeah. All right, so we have this. Maybe this would sound better descending. Oh, maybe we could just do both. Ascend and then descend. Okay. Yeah, I really like this synth. I think I've been mostly using this now for my tracks. Is this one all Surge XD? Let me take a look. What is this using? So that's Surge XD. This is, this is, yeah, I think this entire track is Surge XD. So here's what this one sounds like. Hey, game devs. Yeah, anyway, it goes on like that, but I like it. I'm actually really happy with that track. All right, I'd like to listen to this again in the context of the game. Let's go load this up and then start this. All right, so unfortunately, we only have this one room you can be in. So I'm just going to hit play. It's okay. 3D extended. Where are we at in here? You know what I think we do? I think we sped this up. I think it'd be a lot better. Hey, Wix. So I got used to it? Used to the synth? I mean, at least used to using the sounds. I haven't done any real customization. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. And yeah, the teleporting is a special ability. It's going to let you move through short walls, like 3 tiles big, that sort of thing. Camera movement snap to teleport destination is a tad jarring. Yeah, I might want to smooth that a little bit more. I'm not sure yet. Hey, McNeil. 3D extended, we're still on for after the stream, right? I think we said 2 hours from now. I might get done a little bit before then. Okay, so what I want to try is changing the tempo here. Okay, cool. Yeah. So tempo is right there. Automation clip. And it's right here that we want to speed this up a little bit. So let's put a little point there and copy this and paste this here. And then put another point. And I don't know how much we want to speed it up by. Let's just try that and see what it sounds like. Oh, it's changing. And also I only sped it up by 16. And also this is really stupid what I'm doing. What I should have done is just change it in the project. Let's turn this off. Where's mute? Here it is. I don't know if you can. Yeah, there we go. All right. I'm going to set it to like 130. Oop. Wrong button. Sorry. There we go. In fact, maybe it does speed up as it's playing. That might be interesting. Yeah, I think it'll be nice. Let's go see. So I put this back on. And then we carve out this time right here. What happened? I must have deleted what I had here originally. I just need to make sure this is set to exactly 116 at this point. Yeah. It doesn't tell you here. I think it tells you over here. Yes, 116. Perfect. Great. Now we increase it. And to what, I don't really know. So let's have it just go up to like 180 even. It's 160, 165, 172. That's good enough. I think we need to add something on top of this. Yeah. Which might make it more obvious that we're speeding this up. But let's go find it. No, I don't want this. I mean, we could add this back in. just too grim. No, I think we need something else. I just don't know what it is. Let's mess around with some pads here. All right, I already had this one. Hey, Squirrel. Have you tried Reaper? You might like it and even create some of your own Lua scripts to improve the workflow. I don't think I have. No. But to be honest, I want to do a lot of like off the shelf things. I've written like one script for FL Studio and it was just for my MIDI controller to be able to control something different. But yeah, it might be good. I don't know about any of these. Yeah, this is more what I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, I just did off screen. Yeah, I have seen Reaper. I've heard of it. I just want to make sure it wasn't something I'd used before I answered. It's too loud. Yeah, a little bit too harsh. Yeah, it seems pretty good. Let me turn this up. Yeah, this is like a less harsh version of the other one that I had. All right, I think I like this one. Let's take this analog pad and randomize the color. And throw this in. Let's close out of this stuff. Okay. Whatever should be instead of one of these other instruments. Like I should just take these same notes that we have here. This is in stillness and time, so just click one of those. Actually, just copy the whole thing, right? Why not? And put it here. And it was supposed to start on D. And it's like a rumbling. I want to see what this jump to B sounds like. Yeah, I think this is better. I think we still need something else. Free synth called Vital. I could look that up, yeah. Vital synth. I'll write this down. Oops. Look into this. It's too quiet. Yeah, I think part of it is it's this part of the track is a lot quieter. I think the beginning of this is louder. Let me see. I guess I could increase this a bit. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Squirrel. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Well, no, maybe not yet. Maybe I should add something else. I'm still not certain what I want exactly. I looked through this. I had not used these. No, don't want these. Actually, I probably don't even want a pad on top of this. This is way too loud. Yeah, this isn't bad. Probably turn this down. I probably am not going to try Reaper. I don't really have an issue with FL Studio. I think my music workflow is not so like particular. I struggle with finding like what's the right instrumentation, and then how do I expand on ideas enough. I feel like it's more music theory problems than it is DAW problems. I think we need to put this through a filter. But what? No, not that. That's not bad. So then where does this go? I can't tell how the routing of this works. Send FX. Oh, I thought you could add as many of these as you want. Maybe you cannot. I don't actually know, huh? We're gonna have music for my game? Yeah. Yeah, this is for the Metroidvania sub game that we have. And that's why this is so like kind of dark, a little bit mysterious. I want to add something on top of this, but I'm not sure what. Yeah, maybe we throw in some of these. Let's take a look. I'm trying to drag that to B. There we go. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. I think I want to expand on this a little bit more. But I wonder if we should start it over here. Hey, Faceless. And hey, Magnus. Yeah, I like this. I think we make this a little bit more rapid. What is going on? There we go. I should just play this out. Yeah. Always love the randomize button. A lot of times it ends up sounding very muddy, I think. So is this general idea, I haven't developed this enough yet, but the combination of the instruments, I wonder if this will work. I guess I'll just try it again. $17. Yes. Okay. I think this is good. Yeah, and I would need to change these notes. But I think the idea is nice. This thing about elongate measure 17, it's unfortunately going to be annoying to try this out. Let me see if that's even what I wanted here. What instrument is that? Yeah, I do want to try this. Yuck. This is why I should have split everything out. Because if I want to do this, I need to figure out how much I want to do it by and then shift everything by a little bit. So like, do I want this to go for one more bar? Yeah. All right, well, let's move everything then. There we go. Winter breath, move that. I don't know what else we even have to move. That's already done. That's done. So then just this stuff. Stillness, analog. And the last one that I have is called what exactly? Mixed feelings? Okay. Mixed feelings. There. All right, how's that now? quieter. What am I thinking of? Norfair? That's like Upper Norfair. What is this? Oh, this is a mono instrument. Why can't I play notes together? Okay, interesting. Well, it'll work for that. Yeah. But this is not what I'm thinking of. There's a lower Norfair? No, that's lower Norfair. Yeah. Where's upper Norfair? Oh, I didn't type upper Norfair. Okay, I only thought it. This is the same thing. All right, I don't know what I'm thinking of. Let's look at VG lead sheets. Yeah, this is that. Is it this? Yeah, this. Yes. Okay, let's go add in a piano so I can hear what this sounds like without other digital effects chiming in. There's a piano here somewhere. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I guess I should just use the piano that's literally right next to me. I haven't taken this, right? Because I'm probably subconsciously thinking about this. No. I think it's different enough. Okay, so I think it's a good stencil, good outline. And we have about 3 minutes of music. This is, I think, what's going to play for most of this Metroidvania. And then what I want to do in the last, like, maybe hour of the stream is make a really, really simple jungle tune here. We already have the idea of it. And then maybe try to come up with something for the desert. The only thing whenever people come up with desert music is like they have an augmented second in there somewhere. That's it. This is not what I want to play. But I don't want to go with something that stereotypical. I think it should sound... Actually, I don't know how it should sound. It gives off the impression of heat. Probably like a raspy instrument. Well, I guess I'll mess around with that in a little bit. So yeah, I'll take a break and then we'll pick up from the jungle music. Is it jump time? It's jump time. Hello again. Hey, end paren. Close the game. All right, so what we said we were going to do is work on the jungle music. Xenofish pads fireflies. All right, let's make a new track. And let's go add exactly whatever I just said. Xenofish pads fireflies. Yeah. Okay. And then let's go kick it off. So I was just coming up with some chords. We were mostly in A minor here. Oh, that's very nice. I'll write this down. A, F, A, E, and B. It's like an F11. Anyway. There we go. Oh, no, go back. We should probably just have it take a measure and just slow down, change the tempo until it fits what I want it to actually be. So then we go to this. And put that there. Yeah, slow it down a lot. Okay. Kind of like that. Like an E major over A. Hey, Alex here. How are you doing today? Okay, there we go. And then I want to go from there to what? C augmented. Now, who knows if it's actually going to sound good because this is just me going on stuff. Tackling the day. You're getting through it. So good job. All right, liking it so far. Then I want a little bit of a gap and then something else. So let's see. Yeah, that could work. I mean, this should probably come down too if I do that. So that I just take the slice tool, C, and chop that off. And then lower it, of course. Let's just listen from the beginning. So we go back to A from this. Let me save this before I botch everything and mess it up. All right, backtracking platform. I'll make a new folder in here and call this. I'll just call it Fireflies. I think that's pretty fitting. Oh, we were an octave higher for this. Hey, Panazor, it's going pretty well. We should go to A major. Honestly, we should probably trim all of these just a little bit. Like that, just so that they're not constantly mashing against each other. Maybe even a little bit more. I don't think that's gonna sound good, will it? No, it won't. Okay. Now I go from here to B diminished. Spooky? Yeah, SPX. Yeah, so this is supposed to be for the little jungle interlude that you go through in the Metroidvania game. So Spooky's still kind of what we want to go for here. And before I forget, let me think of what this chord is supposed to be. Yeah, even that's probably good. Now I think we split this into patterns. So this should just go into a new pattern so we can have a little bit of separation between them. So let's throw this onto here. Done. And then new pattern. Whoops. And yeah, sure, pattern 2, I don't care. And then put this over here. Do, do. And that's it. That's pretty much the track. It is 30 seconds long, which is not bad. Let's randomize all these colors. Sure love colors. Okay, let's listen to the whole thing. It's not very long, but the amount of time that you are in this section of the game is literally like 20 seconds. So to have a 30-second long track means that if you were to pause the game, you'd have an extra 10 seconds of music, I guess. Actually, I really should time it. Yeah, let's go time it. Hey, Limbo. Stopwatch. Stopwatch. There we go. All right. Unfortunately, we cannot just skip directly to there. We need to get through this. So I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit. It's so difficult. This part of the game, you are not fully in control of the character. So even just trying to move right and jump, sometimes your character will move left or stop jumping. So now we just need to make it to the left. Okay. And then I get ready to time this right there. Okay. So we're just seeing how long it takes until we get to the next interstitial. You no longer control the character. The screen starts blurring out. You are basically losing your identity in this section of the game. And it lasts for... yeah, almost exactly 20 seconds. You know, if I mess that up by even 3 seconds, it's fine because we have 30 seconds of music. So now let's listen for this music and see if it seems fitting. You won't even ever probably hear these last few notes, but I want there to be more bass in this. So I want this to come down to here and this to be up here. Okay, I take it back. We should put that in the whole thing because it sounds nice. Let me just lower this by quite a lot. And one right there. Okay. No, we need the space on this. I want this one to be connected though, I think. All right, that's it. That's pretty much the track. It sounds very ethereal. I want to listen to it in the context of the game, but I also want to try working on the desert track. So let's just go make a new one of these. And I don't know what we're doing here, but let's go find. Actually, maybe just a bass. Huh? Huh, that's weird. This is like super loud for me, but it doesn't look like it's coming through on the stream. I know you can hear it, it's just not nearly as loud as I can. And it's funny. This is, I think, exactly from Super Mario 64. No, it's Lethal Lava Land, right? Something like that. Lethal Lava Land sheet music. Am I thinking of this correctly? To like just regular piano sheet music. Be nice if this were not inverted. All right, so. Okay, well, anyway, I like the instrument. I don't want to copy that, obviously. I want to just come up with something here, so. So let me think about this. What key are we in for this? Yeah, I think we should try to stay in somewhere around A or F. No, I don't think I want this to sustain as much as it is. No, some of those are too smooth. I can see this working. Sounded like Super Mario. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this, for whatever reason, I'm like circling Super Mario here. This is Ocarina of Time, right? What is that from? No, that's Link. That's a Link to the Past. It's the ending theme, I think, right? I don't think they even have it here. Ending theme. Is that what I'm thinking of? Oh, who can ever find any of this? All right, let's see. Isn't part of this what I'm thinking of? Anyway, it's probably one of these. SNES version, that's right. Yeah, I guess it's a little too warm. I want something a little raspier. I guess what we could do is we could just add distortion here. What are the desert themes that I've liked in other games? There was something in Final Fantasy XI, Altepa, I think, or something like that. Yeah, this. What did this sound like? Oh man, this is a good track. All right, well, let's keep going with this. I'll eventually find something that inspires me. Whoa, not that. Okay. There's glide in between notes. But if you actually lift your finger, it plays that harshly. Hmm. Yeah, too much. This might work. And then wait, one other thing as long as I'm thinking about this. Banjo-Kazooie had what was it, Gobi's Valley? What did that sound like? Yeah, so this that is characteristic of a lot of desert tracks. Indeed. We'll play that in the desert. Actually, this sounds pretty cool. Ooh, this sounds like a hot instrument. It's hot outside, and we got to play cerebral implant. Maybe just as the bass. All right, let's save this one. Cerebral implant. And then where was that? Black-sided sun. How apt. Sun, desert. It's perfect. I like this in terms of a motif for this. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. All right, let's write that down. Whoa, nope, change instruments. Slow it down a little bit. Make it a little bit more staccato. Slow it down some more. Yeah. Yeah, something like that could work. I didn't make two of those, did I? No. Forgot what I played originally. I mean, I guess I have the VOD. Hey, woogly wooglies. Or whatever, let's write that down. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I want to keep the same staccato here. Oops. Yeah, this, well, almost this. I guess just quantize it after that. No, not like that. And then we'll select these and do one of those. All right, again, just want to pencil in something here. Probably throw in some bass from that other instrument we have. Maybe this should all be an octave higher. Sounds kind of muddy. Why is it not selecting it? Sounds like an engine's running. Maybe I don't like this. Well, let's keep going. And at least the melody's decent. I don't like these. I don't know if I like any of these. No, I don't like these. Let's just go to the next person. This is very cool. Yeah, I like the first bit of this. I want to change the second bit. How long does this one need to be? Let's say I knew what I was doing here. Let me go back into this game. Finally got my boyfriend to play Skeleseller. He has ADHD. It wasn't that he didn't wanna. And then another friend joins the call where our boyfriend's streaming it and said he's seen the game before on his own. Oh, cool. Did your boyfriend enjoy it? Please say yes. Please. All right, so we got to get over to here and then time it. Because I don't know how long we're supposed to even make this track for. So I'm going to start with this. All right, so now the desert music would be playing. You'd probably jump over here. You'd probably try making this. This thing would fight you a few times. then you would eventually give up on this and be like, I don't know what's going on. If you're streaming, you'd show your audience, look, I'm not touching the controller. And yeah, probably make it over to here on the left side. And that was 27 seconds. Oh, still at the beginning. Okay. Well, I hope he likes it. So yeah, we need 27 seconds of this. How are we going to manage that? Need at least 30 seconds of music. And what do I have right now? 10. Okay, so we need like triple that. I mean, that's not that bad. Yeah, I think I want to kind of just mess around with some more instruments here. See what we got. Oh, very nice. Too much release. And too much echo. Turn these off. Where do you do that? Deactivate. Nope. Clear. And clear. Yeah, I kind of want to do something going downward. Might as well just write down some of these ideas. Yeah, we're kind of piecing this together. This isn't bad. this a little shorter. Okay, we're going to save this. We are not nearly done with this one. But this is going to be Desert Mania. Oh, wait, whoops. I think I did that wrong. I think we need to delete that. Does it not want me doing this? It needs to be downloaded. What? Okay, hold on a second. I need to go delete that folder. Music. FL Studio. Stuck in a broken tutorial. Backtracking platformer. Delete. Okay. So we're calling this. Save. Ocean Madness. Oh, that wasn't bad. Yeah, let's write that down too. What is happening? Oh, I'm on the wrong instrument. Oh, man. Yeah, I kind of want this to be on the other instrument. I think it sounds better. Yeah, something like that. Yep. And then put this back here. Probably do one of these. Yep, nice. All right, I'm just gonna put a smattering of desert ideas here. We're gonna eventually like one of them. I'm gonna move this entire thing over to the other instrument because I like the sound better. I want some more ornaments. Wait, this isn't even correct. How does it sound bad? Something's different between what I'm playing and what's coming out of here. Why is it different? Maybe dynamics? Yeah, let's just record a couple of notes here. Yes, I'm playing very loudly. Okay, well, that's what gives it that harshness to it. Hey, Cerberus, yeah, this is FL Studio. Yeah, we do one of those. Do, do, do. Oh, darn it. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. Hello?
Hey, I'm locked out of the house. Can you let me?
Okay, sorry. Tiny emergency. Haven't seen it since the dark ages of the internet. I still like it. I think it's really good. Also, it's pretty good software. Although I have had some bugs that have caused a lot of frustration, namely almost losing a project. But other than that, there aren't too many things that frustrate me with it, I guess. I'd like to be able to rebind keys. I guess there are some things that frustrate me, and I just need to think about them. All right, let's have a listen for this. Max. I think Max have gotten really good hardware wise. All right, so what else do we have here? There was some other idea, right? This. Yeah, that's what I want. All right, so let's go plug that in. Good. This is somehow in the wrong spot. Then we strum this. Not that much. And I want to change the start time. Whoops, can I preview this? It's close to what I want. I think I want them to be like the tiniest bit shorter, like that. Yeah, that's probably better. All right, so. What are we looking at here? Yeah, like that. Something like that. Yeah. So the mice only had one button. Yeah. I mean, operating system preferences, I think, are still going to be there for everybody. And I think typically they're going to skew toward what you're used to. But like I said, in terms of hardware, just I'm kind of surprised at how much Apple turned their game around. It used to be that you paid a lot for next to nothing in terms of hardware specs. And then they just got to be like really good value, like a Mac Mini, a Mac Neo, even whatever that's called, MacBook Neo. Yeah, MacBook Neo. All right. So yeah, I got some ideas here. I mean, how much is all of this music together? It is 30 seconds minus the gaps here. And a gap is 3 seconds, and I have three of them, so it's 21 seconds. Oh, we probably need some connective tissue between this too. And to improve this and to come up with some harmony. Maybe this one could have some percussion. This one needs to be a little less atmospheric. But yeah, I like this whole. Does remind me of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I think for whatever reason, I have this on my mind. Mario games. but I don't know how we'd even find what I'm thinking of. Is there a desert? There is a desert place. What did that sound like? I don't remember this. Yeah, I don't remember that at all. There's another desert place, right? Is this even the right game? No, this isn't the right game. Okay, never mind. I did play the original Paper Mario, but I don't remember the desert music. What would this be? Is it here? No. Tex Waltz? Oh, this is in the space station or whatever. Stolen from Chopin. Which actually, I should do that. I should take some music for the architect from Rachmaninoff or Liszt. Something that's, out of copyright. I don't know where this came from, or if I'm even thinking of something that came from Paper Mario. Oh, maybe it was Hooktail. I remember this having some like really cool intro. Is that similar to what I have? No, but it might be for something else. All right, any other random little things that come to my mind? Sounds kind of bad in the higher registers. Drones. No. No. I don't like this. It's not bad. This is pretty neat. I don't like it that much, but whoa. Yeah, I don't know about any of these. So I didn't want it to sound stereotypical. I went like maximum stereotype. I really like this tune. think I like that. Oh man, I really like this sound too. Not for this at all, but it's just a cool sound. Sounds like an underwater bass. I think I want this being a D7. Doo-doo-doo. Also, this is great. This heavy sub sign thing, we should probably use it some more. Heavy sub sign. Okay, so instead of just a D major, so we just move this up to a C and then just delete this. And probably move this to this new instrument. Whoa, 3D extended. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the heavy sub sign. It is a sign that you should sub. I appreciate it. Happy 53 months. You've had to put up with this for 53 months. Like, oh God, he's gonna talk to me now. I gotta put up with this nonsense. Yeah, this is pretty cool. What if I should put it on here? I also kind of want to try the other sounds though. 53rd and final month. That was it. That's what did me in. Did he go and open his mouth, start blathering? Who made this? QB? I want to find the next QB one of these because this is pretty slick. Oh. You didn't even hear that? This is very cool. Whoa, not that at the top. I don't like that at all. It's just very neat. Deep bell impact in QB bells. May want to try QB bells deep bell impact and remove the impact somehow for the high notes at the end. It's a very cool instrument. It's like muted keys. It's almost like a music box with a filter on it. Yeah, very neat. No, I don't like this. I don't like any of these. Pasta rain? No, it's not bad. All right, let's try one more of these and then... Ooh, then call it, I think. None of these. No, 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 no. Well, that's not bad. A little choppy at the bottom. Okay, well, I think I like what I got here with heavy sub sign. I don't know anymore. Well, I like the melody. We got something out of this. Maybe we just stick with the instrument we had originally. We do need to come up with some harmony though. So I came up with a bunch of random ideas in G minor that we can probably string together. Still need harmony, may need percussion. All right, so can we somehow try to put these together for a test? I think the only way to do this would be to export what I have and to maybe just play this one on the fly. That's going to be too hard. I can't play this and the game at the same time. I have to play it ahead of time. I don't know. Let's just try to figure it out. Whatever. Sure, save. All right, so you start here. I'm gonna side this. Yeah, there we go. So this is the first music you'd hear. You wouldn't hear much of this because you're gonna jump over here pretty quickly. All right. Now act like this is totally smooth. There is no transition here. And now we are in Desert Mania. Okay, hold on. Hold on. All right, now we're here. And there's a random pause. Okay, now we go from there, no transition whatsoever, into this as we go into the jungle area. I love this. Wow, this is great. Yeah. Okay, so this works so well in my mind now that I kind of see it alongside the game because, one, it is very ethereal sounding. It's high pitched and it is very smooth. And this is to signify that you've like lost control completely. It's like looking through a foggy window. Hey, Frosted Sentry. The no transition thing really kept me locked in. It was smooth. It was just great. You couldn't tell there was even a gap between the music. Yeah, so the only thing I would do here, I think the direction of this is great. I don't think we do anything else here. I think all we need to do is clean this up so that the chords are compelling. The feeling I got so far was already perfect. It was like looking through a foggy window. Yeah. The high end right before the first pause in the desert one sounded a bit weird to me. Yeah. I need to clean that up. I'm not super happy with this. Where is it? Came with a bunch of random ideas we can probably string together. Need to clean up some of those ideas. All right, and then let's go listen to this one more time. But I'm going to skip to like 30 seconds in. There, okay. Sounds like just a new track. Actually, I like the notes I put down now. Yeah. Wow. Well, this went better than I thought. I feel like we've got a good foundation for 3 tracks. This is all in the same game. We haven't gotten to the space shooter stuff. We need to clean this up. I'll generally do this someday when I'm like bored of playing video games, and I'll just open this up and tinker around for a bit. I mean, of course, we'll do music day on Thursday next week too. But then I kind of want to work on the space shooter music if I can, because I don't have any idea for that yet. I should probably go listen to like Aero Fighters music and hear what played. I imagine it's got to be some like driving rhythm, percussion. I don't know how melodic it was. I should probably just go listen at some point. Listen to the Aero Fighters OST. Ikaruga had an amazing soundtrack. Man, I should probably listen to that too. Listen to the Ikaruga soundtrack. That was fantastic. Is there Ikaruga sheet music? There was one of the tracks. I think it was just called like track 3 or track 4. I don't think they had specific names. There is no sheet music that I can find for this. What is this? Nope, I'm playing drums apparently. Oops. Oh yeah, that was right. I don't remember this at all. Is this even, what is this from? I have no clue. All right, I don't care anymore. Oh, that was, I see. This is not Ikaruga. This is some other thing. Yeah, well, fine. All right, pretty good day. Let's go right in the journal, wrap up, move this out of the way. Do 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 do. Okay, so music day. I worked on the Metroidvania music. I came up with a foundation for the dungeon, desert, and jungle tracks. Pretty happy with some of the ideas, but I still need to develop all of them. Yeah. Okay, let me go find someone to raid. Do, 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 do. Let's raid Fiera. Yeah. I cannot stick around. I have a meeting with 3D Extension. So thanks for watching. Tomorrow should be a normal development day. I'm hoping it'll be the whole day. And I'm hoping we make a lot of progress and that the Metroidvania game starts looking like a game. It's happening. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for being with me. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.